Let's rock and roll. You're listening to session/episode 97 of Primordial Harmony, a retelling of the classic Elemental Evil story in the Dungeons & Dragons multiverse. My name is Mike, I run this, and tonight I'm joined by...
Hello, my name is Senna, and I'm playing Delia, the Gnome Wizard.
And I'm Kitties, and I'll be playing the Gnome Bard, Hum.
Hello, my name is Miles. I'm playing Tadias Oddenoff, everyone's favorite dungeon crawler that treats it like NASCAR. That's an awesome one.
Nix.
Hey, I'm Zeph, and I play Zacro Vitalis, a Fire Genasi fighter. And Dad. And Cook. And Pokemon collector.
Wait, you collect Pokemon?
By Pokemon, I mean elemental.
That are tiny. Some of them are tiny and shaped like Pokemon.
And I haven't seen them in weeks.
Nix, introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Nix. I play Vox, Changing Rogue.
Alright. A little unorthodox, but no biggie. Yeah, so, when last we left the Excavators, Delia, Hum, Tadias, Vox, and Zachriel, with Rook the Snurfneblin and Lucy the Boulette, were attempting to negotiate with a Zorn to turn against the Black Earth cult. The Zorn demanded a ludicrous sum of gems, and these talks swiftly broke down. Both the Stone Melder and Zorn were defeated. The party ventured forth, following the Tadias protocol, entering a room with a splattering and loud mudfall that flowed into a river through the room. The Mud Method sentry spotted the group, but disappeared into the mud swiftly. The party crossed the thin mud flow with ease. The Excavators continued on into a chamber with a large gorge and a stone bridge spanning it, with a couple of freestanding boulders at either end. Zachariel was first to walk upon the bridge, but once in the middle, with Tadias following, just stepping onto the span, the aforementioned boulders sprang to life. These two creatures would fight in attempts to push Zachariel and Tadias into the gorge, but were unsuccessful, as shortly both creatures were destroyed with the help of the rest of the party. The gorge behind them, the Excavators continued the Tadias protocol, and came upon a curved hallway-like chamber, with cultists seemingly praying to crystals. Vox scouted ahead and found a total of 4 cultists of differing rank and ability. She kicked off the assault by stabbing one, a Stone Melder, through, taking him by surprise. Combat broke out, and one of the cultists attempted to run for help, but Tadias swiftly stopped him. The Excavators then continued into a chamber that served as a place for the pens of young bullets owned by the Black Earth cult. They seemed to have no interest in the party, let alone Lucy, to her chagrin. The party had several options for places to go, but the Tadias protocol won out as they continued to their left. In the next chamber, the party would see another mud method that scurried away before they fully entered what the cult referred to as the Cathedral, a room filled with more glowing violet crystals. A few moments passed, and from the corridor to the east, a Black Earth guard jogged out and ran back, raising the alarm as 2 Stone Melders and a Burrow Shark and his bullet mount entered the chamber from the corridor and beneath the stone. Rook took to hiding in the floor, as the Excavators fought fiercely, slinging sword and spell. They were victorious. We return. It is still the evening of Flame Rule the First. A few minutes after the engagement, as the party, a little bit winded, realizes that Rook still hasn't returned. I turn the floor to you, dear players.
Oh, there we are. Took me a second to find me.
Shifting again. You can still hear a sort of loud, grinding noise coming from this direction.
Is everyone in one piece?
As much as in one piece I can be.
I'm good.
I feel fine.
Just as you say that, Zachariel, Rook does pop up from the floor, as if emerging from water, but even then, no residue of any kind on him as he just sort of melds out of the floor. Hey, I found a neat little pocket we can retreat to if you think you need it. Also, that room that way. He points to the, oops, not that one. He points to this room here. He says, I tried to take a peek from the walls. I can't. There's something there blocking my connection with the Earth, which typically happens if it's from another plane.
Did you see what was down here at all?
Oh, you're underneath a GM token. Hang on. I was wondering why I couldn't see you. You gesturing to down this way?
Yes.
No, I didn't look in that direction. There wasn't any noise coming from there. I was mostly interested in over here.
Well, we'll be going that way anyways.
Sure you don't want to take a breather?
I feel fine.
I can go on if everyone else can.
How's Lucy doing?
Lucy, how you doing?
Lucy's not doing too well. She is quite hurt. There are several gashes and teeth marks from the bullet she fought. Her breathing is a little bit labored.
Hearing Lucy's breathing a little bit labored, Hum casts Cure Wounds on her.
Wow. Not bad. Not bad rolls. Right.
What do these guys have on them?
Stone melders. They have these long lengths of stone, they're rods, that are made of this black granite. They have this scale mail armor that's made of stone, but as you sort of manipulate it, it starts to fall apart in your hands like clay.
Lucy and I are going to walk over to the bullet and look at its tack.
Its tack? Yeah, it has a saddle and tack.
Lucy, do you want the saddle? Would it be more comfortable?
Lucy just kind of looks at the bullet and then looks at you and then looks at the bullet. She doesn't seem to have a definite answer.
I think I'd rather leave you free. Hum just walks away.
Yeah.
Saddle might clash with her bow.
Well, Saddle feels like we're imprisoning her instead of just letting her be our friend. Are you guys ready? You want to move on? We're going to go rest.
I'm still okay.
I'll be fine.
So I will say, as your benevolent DM, that you guys spent time waiting, and I think this might be a good place for you guys to take advantage of the breather rest mechanic that I wrote oh so long ago.
Can we get a refresher on that mechanic?
Yes, as soon as I can find where I put it.
Can we get a refresher on the breather?
Yeah. As soon as. What the hell? Where'd I put it?
I found it.
Oh, did ya? What channel is it in?
Game processes.
Oh, it's right here. Okay. So yeah, short rest doesn't last a full hour. You can benefit from a breather. A breather is a brief period of downtime that is at least 5 minutes long, during which a character does nothing strenuous. Blah 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 blah. You can't spend hit dice. Uses of class features that are regained on a short rest are restored in an amount that is half the maximum amount of uses, rounded down. So, for example, Battle Master dice, if you have 5 maximum, you can regain 2 with a breather. For expended single-use features, roll d20. If you get on the higher side, then you get the use of that feature.
Okay.
Have we already done enough talking and waiting around to acknowledge this rest?
There was a lapse, or there was a brief period of time where you're kind of taking assessment of yourselves and waiting for Rook to show up, and then you had that whole conversation. So yes, I think you can benefit from a breather, should you wish it.
Copy, I'll change that.
After gaining the benefits of a breather, you can't benefit from it again until a long rest.
Alright, so diet eyes, we'll take a deep inhale. Alright. I'm ready. You ready, Zachariel?
This applies
Yes.
This applies to Bardic Inspiration 2.
Alright, so I roll d20.
If it's... Oh, yeah, for, like, Action Surge? Yeah. Action Surge and, what's the other one?
Well,
Second Wind.
I think that's...
You get
does
2.
that mean I get 2 actions?
Does that mean you get 2? I
No,
mean...
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I mean... It's quite a place for a natural 20 where it doesn't matter, so I don't know, maybe you can take a extra bonus action next engagement if you'd like.
How about the next time I use Action Surge?
Yeah, sure, that works.
Okay.
Alrighty.
It would just make the DC for save my superiority 16.
I must have misheard you. I thought you... What did you ask for that I agreed to?
Oh, never mind. Well, I said something really dumb and you agreed to it, and then I was trying to think what the DC would be.
I thought I heard you say, can I use the bonus action in my Action Surge?
Oh, no, I said, how about next time I Action Surge I get haste?
Oh, no.
And you said, yeah, sure.
I heard something else.
Okay.
So...
No, it's...
Rook will follow, and Lucy will follow, and Lucy will also squeeze. I'm assuming you guys are going this way?
It looks like Tadias already made that judgment call for us.
Just figured it, yeah.
Tadias protocol. Rook stays...
I gotta be more careful when I write my flaws.
Rook stays well in the back rank. Lucy is like squeezing herself through. And as you...
What?
She's squeezing through.
Lucy. I thought you said Rook is squeezing herself through. I got confused.
No, sir.
Sorry.
And as you... So this is one of those caverns that dips down to where you can't see, and it goes down for like 20 feet before you are able to... Or before it like levels out and you can see what's beyond. And as you go down... you start to hear that grinding sound, much more pronounced. And, yeah. Actually, let me just get rid of that dynamic lighting. So, go ahead and, like, place yourselves here. Oh, what the hell? You know. Place yourselves here, you know, in a nice way. As I find my copy.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. This colossal cavern is an alien landscape filled with soaring stone buttresses, weirdly twisting columns, and gargantuan shards of glowing crystal on the walls and ceiling. A long path of steps is cut into the uneven floor and wends its way between the mighty stone pillars to the cavern's core. There, the steps climb to the base of a stone monolith that is constantly changing shape, filling the great cavern with a thunderous grinding noise. Standing in front of the monolith is Miraj, Earth Genasi, para-elemental sorcerer of mud. Guarding the way up the path to the monolith are 2 black earth guards, 2 earth elemental myrmidons, these creatures, these elementals with massive mauls in full plate, 4 gargoyles, and swarming like a cloud around Miraj are 5 mud mephits, along with another earth myrmidon. Upon seeing you enter this chamber, Miraj speaks, and you can hear his calm but strained voice as if it is being projected from every surface. Excavators, your interloping ends here. And he lifts his hands, and mud explodes out from the twisting stone pillars. Where'd it go? Forming walls spanning from floor to ceiling, obstructing your view of Miraj, the Earth Portal, and the cultists and creatures guarding it. Yep.
Oh, is that not initiative?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think we found the trap.
Estadice is speaking. These 2 Earth... Oops. No, not that. Oh, down the token layer. No, map layer. These 2 Earth cult, black Earth cult guards show up and stand ready.
Zachary will cry out to these 2 guards and he'll just say, "Now is your last chance. Drop your weapons and leave, and you may live. You've seen what we've done to the rest of your kind."
Go ahead and roll a intimidation check.
Hell yeah. I get advantage for actually killing a lot of his comrades?
No.
Okay. Oh, it's the same thing anyway. No, actually, it's worse. I clicked the wrong thing.
It's a 4.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
You
rolled the same thing.
You rolled the same thing.
Wow.
You got your 4s out of the way. They swing their gnarly cudgels that look like they're dripping with a corrosive substance, and they stand ready.
Maybe we shouldn't stay bottled up in this walkway?
I'll just look at Tadias and say, well, I tried.
I'm going to hit the wind jets, and I'm going to start moving forward.
Roll initiative.
Oh, God.
That's another 4. That's 3 4s in a row.
Oh, no.
Well, you can't possibly roll anymore.
Don't say that. Don't you curse me.
You put that black magic on me.
Can somebody hit minus next on the Tombs channel for me?
you say
just trying
next?
to do it right now.
I didn't know we all had DM or DJ power.
I think everybody does, but it's all good. Alrighty. Box with the first action again. As you see Tadias kick on his magical gust armor.
I think Vox is probably gonna rush up to that guy there. And do some stabby.
Alrighty. That is a missy, unfortunately.
Isn't she acting before him? So.
Oh, yeah. Then, yes,
She
you
has
have advantage.
advantage.
Give me that advantage. That's a hit.
And it's a crit.
No, it's not. He's not surprised.
Oh, that's right.
I got it now. Alrighty. So that's gonna be 11. Yeah, with 20 damage. Not a bad start. As he crumples slightly over your dagger, as he's lifting his big cudgel. Too far away. Alright. Somebody roll me a d20. Alright, I'll take that one first. Actually, it wouldn't matter. They both give me the same thing. That's really weird.
Here's that the dice were the same.
Sounds about right.
Wait. It reverted back to something I wrote. Gotta start doing this in my notes. Alright, that's fine. I remembered. Okay, so. Fox. Above you, you look up, and like a little bit of sixth sense, spatial awareness catches. As Tadias and Zachariel, you see this too. A glob of mud starts falling down from the ceiling, like a huge thing of mud, going down right onto Vox. And Vox, I need you to roll me either a dex save or a strength save. Okay, you dodge out of the way nimbly, and this mud just right in front of you, and it's like about 6 inches up from the floor of this cavern. That is rough terrain.
Watch for the falling mud!
Ilya.
I think I'm just gonna firebolt this guy.
Solid. That is a miss.
Okay.
Alrighty. You hear what sounds like footsteps. Tadias.
Let's see. Alright, I'll run up here, and I will use my action to wings. So I'm just gonna start glowing. My eyes are gonna glow white. And you're gonna see those two spectral kind of wings shoot up my back.
Okay.
Bonus action dash. I'm
Okay.
gonna fly over to this spot right here.
Alright.
Turn.
Hey Justin, you remember that conversation we had earlier this week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, this one. Tadias, you see this Earth Myrmidon start walking toward you, even though you're... How high are you in the sky?
Only 10 feet in the air.
Okay, they're just advancing, closing this distance a little bit. And you're 10 feet in the air, out of range of that guy. Alright.
I apologize, everyone. I'm going to stop talking to Mike during the weeks.
I should be able to be hit by people on the ground, yes.
Let's see. So he just sort of closes ranks and looks like he gets ready for action. It's your turn.
Steps forward. Well, she's kind of boxed in here.
Don't worry too much about being, at least for this part, don't worry about being boxed in here. Yeah.
She's going to run forward then, and she is going to shoot a mine sliver at this guy right here.
Alrighty. This one? Actually, it's going to be more accurate. This one? Got the pointers on?
Yep.
Alrighty. Intelligence. He shakes it off somehow. Anything
Okay,
else?
that's it.
Alrighty. Lucy the Boulette. I think she's gonna squeeze.
Yeah, she's going to squeeze and push people around to get through.
Does Delia just let Lucy go over her?
Oh yeah, I kind of hunker down so it's easier for her.
Alright.
I think Lucy is going to use her. I don't know. I think she is going to hold her action. Yeah, I did.
It looks like. Is that what she healed too?
Yes, that's what she healed to.
Oh, God.
She's going to hold her action, just snarling and growling.
Alrighty. Alrighty, well, that Black Earth Guard looks back at Tadias and then looks at the threat ahead of him and just kind of sinks over to here and readies an action. Zachariel.
Alright, I'm going to come charging around the Boulette. I'm going to use my full action to dash and get right up in his face.
Alright.
And that'll be it for me.
Is that all your movement?
Well, it would have taken me 30 to get to, like, here. Yeah, 35 feet from where I was. And they're blocking the entrance.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Alright, well, as soon as you get there, this guy is going to attack you.
Okay. Try. Hey, that's a hit.
For that much damage. Not the biggest roll.
Okay.
As he's a little intimidated, and he takes a swing, and he manages to get past your defenses, but there's not a lot of heart in it. Vox.
Well, Vox is gonna come right up to that guy and let's do another stab with the dagger.
Alright. That is a hit. Which one are you going for?
The one in front of me.
Okay. That certainly is a hit. And you have sneak attack. Oh, ooh, good one. He is
And I
severely
can
bloodied.
disengage.
You can disengage. As a bonus action. Yes, indeed. I assume you don't cross the mud.
No.
Yeah, you got plenty. Alrighty. Somebody roll me another d20.
Oh, God.
Another odd. Hooray! I'm so happy. Tadias, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I don't get the strength option?
You do get the strength option, actually.
There you go. I'd much prefer that. Aha!
Oh shit, wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Well, it don't matter what I'm rolling for that one.
Wait, I did something. What the fuck did I just do?
Look what you did today. Is you took down those walls with just
oh.
one roll.
Wow.
Oh, that's what I did. Shit. Wait, what the fudge? Okay, hang on. Wait, what did I do? I did something to where... Oh! Okay. Alright, I put the entire map from the book on the token layer. Okay, anyway. Sorry, hang on. Yeah, that strength save's not gonna do it. So... Mud falls from the ceiling. Right atop ye. And, you are absolutely prone, which means you fall. And you're gonna take some damage as soon as I can. Alrighty, so the mud knocks you down out of the sky, and you're trapped underneath it. You're knocked prone and restrained. You take 8 damage. So to free yourself from this, at the start of your turn, you can take your action to free yourself. No save. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Delia.
I think we're just gonna do more pew pew
Pew pew.
on this guy.
Alrighty. That's a hit. He is very weak. Oh, he's dead. As your firebolt strikes his neck and just burns out his esophagus, and it's not pretty as he falls and kind of into the mud. Alrighty. This Myrmidon is going to walk up to Tadias. Can he make it? No. He can. Alright. You're in trouble. He's got advantage on this attack. And this is in plain view of Zachariel. So Zachariel, you see how this Myrmidon, this big creature, wells back with his massive maul, and it looks like the air around it starts to concuss a little bit. And 24 to hit, dealing 13 bludgeoning damage, and 24 thunder damage.
Let's see.
Is Tadias dead?
37 damage. Interesting.
And that's his turn. Guys, it's your turn. You are restrained unless you take an action to glorp out of the mud.
Can a hasted action glorp me out of the mud?
You can.
Then I will cast haste on myself, and I'll use the hasted action to glorp out of the mud.
Alrighty.
And out of fear of taking more damage, because I still haven't reduced my health, I will just stand right here.
Okie dokes. This Myrmidon comes over here and readies himself. That one's dead. Don't matter yet. You don't matter yet. You don't matter yet. You don't matter yet. Come.
Hum is going to cast. Stop hitting yourself on this guy right in front of Zachariel.
Solid. Let's see, 17 wisdom. He fails, and his hand does that weird movement on its own. He looks down, and the cudgel slams him in his face, and he topples to his knees and over onto his front. Lucy.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Lucy is going to charge and do a running leap at this Myrmidon that's coming around the corner.
All right.
She can just barely catch with the corner of her eye.
She can certainly clear the mud there. Alrighty. So he needs to make a save. He's probably gonna.
Oh, that didn't roll her damage.
I didn't even see it roll damage. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Okay, so you're done. Okay, strength save. He is strong, as he just kind of sees us coming and puts his maul up before Lucy and just is pushed back a bit, taking only half of that. Let's total it up for my
35.
Okay. Okay. This thing is surprisingly durable, as it barely, Lucy's claws barely scratch it. And that's Lucy's turn, I think.
It is Lucy's turn.
Method. I got the Zachriel.
Hey, it's me. I will move my full movement, and I will try to topple this creature.
Alrighty. I don't need the Black Earth card. Myrmidon.
27.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There is no way he can beat that. Like I
Or
said,
that.
there's no way he can beat that.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's still lower.
So he goes prone.
Alright. And in my mind, with my mind linked to Suni, I will say, hope these ones are enemies, and I will let them have 2.
That is a miss. That's it.
And I saw what one of these creatures did, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
It was
So-
it was a loud crack as it slammed into Tadias.
Okay. I want to make this. Actually, I'm not going to do anything. That'll be it.
Alrighty. Sudi just kind of pulses back and she inflects to you that these creatures are conscripts. Vox.
Question. Can I get in between there without
You would have to.
rough terrain?
It would be rough terrain.
Would it be 1 square rough terrain then?
Okay. 10 feet, 20 feet, 25 feet. Or 5 feet, or sorry, 7 feet, and then into here, or up to 20 feet, and then there. Or 25 feet. It's 25 feet to get to the square. That is your movement cost.
Okay, so then I can make it to besides Zachriel there and stab the guy.
Yeah, okay. He is prone. So you definitely have advantage. Oh, good hit. Good hit. Let's roll them bones. As I get ready to add a bunch of numbers together. Roll sneak attack again. Alrighty. Vox. What does this look like? The dagger strike, you just hear these cracks as chips of stone are just like falling out of the plate armor. Good hit. Alright. Anything else, Vox?
I have no movement left, do I? No.
Nope.
Well, that's it.
Alrighty. Okay. Roll me a d20, Fat. Rands.
I'm not doing it.
I think that Zachariel should roll definitely.
Another odd. Fine. More dropping of mud from the top. And I think it's going to be on Zachariel and Lucy, who both need to make either a dex save or a strength save.
I think
Lucy saves.
I didn't roll a d20 for abdominal, so I don't have it. So I guess I failed.
Alright. What the fuck? Why is it doing that?
Oh boy.
I copied the entire map for some reason. Okay. Jesus Christ. I need to stop. Okay. Alright. 1 second. I need to fix this. You, GM layer. Okay. That's better. Okay. Falls on you and Lucy. So, Zachariel, you're going to take the full 3d6, and Lucy will take half of it. Lucy is not prone, but you are, Zachariel. And this area is rough terrain. Delia.
I'm gonna move closer. And I think I'm gonna throw magic missiles at this guy.
Alrighty. There's this guy who's on the ground.
I want the one that's closer to Tadias.
Alrighty. Throw those magic missiles. Is roll 20 checking for you? There we go. 12 damage. Alrighty. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. The Earth Myrmidon by Tadias is going to attack him. First, I need to roll a d4. I mean, a d6. Alrighty. So he winds up with his maul and goes for it. Not with advantage.
I'll use shield.
You'll shield. And 19. Which also misses. Your turn, Tadias.
Okay, so at this point, Tadias is bleeding out of his ear. I think his jaw looks kind of crunched up a bit. He's just going to kind of flip the dagger and just kind of just weakly kind of turn towards him and then just immediately slash into him with everything he's got, just flailing angrily.
Alrighty. That's a hit. And that radiant damage is 10?
At 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Take 2.
Hit.
Number 3.
Chipping away.
I'm going to improv that.
Hit. 8 piercing, and then that extra goodness.
A bow.
A bow. Significant damage. Several chips falling out of the armor as you hit weak points with Brazier.
Haste attack.
Oh, haste attack. Another chip. Alrighty.
That'll be turn.
This Earth Myrmidon is going to stand and then attack. Wind up for a devastating attack, it hopes, against Zachariel.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
I'm
so-
gonna
Yeah.
propose that.
Alrighty. That's a hit.
17.
17 damage as several fractures and falling loose gravel are pouring out of this plate mail.
Oh wait, I'm prone. I would have disadvantage. So that would
you
miss.
never stood, and he would have advantage.
Well, I didn't have a chance to stood. I got restrained. I got knocked down on one. It hasn't been my turn yet.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is he would have had advantage.
Yes.
So I don't really want to rewrite history.
Well, I mean, you can just
Yeah, it's true. All right, I will.
roll it again.
11. What's this?
Strength save?
You're already prone.
I'm already prone, so I just take it?
Yep.
Oh, if it hits with one attack. Oh, jeez. 3. No.
That's it for the Myrmidon.
Hum is going to run forward here. And she is going to throw another Mind Sliver over here.
Dokes.
She's trying desperately to reach Tadias because she sees the blood.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, you just watched a lot of blood fly out of me.
Intelligence. 7 psychic damage. Alrighty. Anything else, Hum?
No.
Lucy the Bullet.
Is going to bite this gentleman in front of her.
Yeah. That's a miss. Unfortunately.
Okay, Lucy growls.
Backreal.
Hey, I stand up.
You stand up, and you use your action to unrestrain yourself.
Oh, you didn't say I was restrained. Yeah, I guess I use my action on restraining myself. I stand up. I'm really fucked up, so I'm just going to use my bonus action to second wind.
Alrighty. Box.
Of course.
Ooh. 11 health.
Well, I'm gonna attack him from the side if he's facing Zachriel.
You have sneak attack. Not advantage, though.
Not advantage.
Not advantage. He is standing. But if you hit, you get sneak attack. Roll them bones. That's a miss. You rolled a 3. That's unfortunate.
I'm going to get out of there, though.
Okay. More mud action. I'm gonna roll a d20 this time. Another odd. It's getting annoying. I'm the DM. So, I'm the captain now. I don't let my own...
Look at me.
I don't let my own written mechanics decide how I run. Alright, so... this is different. As a pit of mud appears underneath Vox and Hum. I need both of you... Actually... Nope, it just appears underneath you. Underneath you. There we go. And at the start of your turn... So this is triple rough terrain. 1 foot through it is 3 feet of your movement. When you start your turn in the mud, or enter it using your own movement, you need to make a strength saving throw, or your speed is reduced to 0. On a successful save, you can exit the mud using 15 feet of your movement. Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here and take a couple steps into the mud, and then I'm gonna lightning bolt.
All right. Saves, dudes, dexterities, 1, 2.
So, is this like a...
Is
it like a mud wall?
It's a solid wall. It's made of mud, and you can't see through it. And it's floor to ceiling.
I'm really afraid of this G17 up here.
Oh, that shouldn't be there. That's just a GM thing.
Oh, I'm aware.
It's a label for the... okay, so...
Bingo!
Big hit. And neither of them save, and this one's annihilated as it just cracks and it's nothing left but the ruined plate. This one is still pretty... Actually, it's a lot less solid now. Boy, math is so hard for me. 37? 37, alright. Alrighty, power play by Delia. Earth Myrmidon. Still trying to put Tadias down.
Come at me.
No crazy one for him, so just 2 maul attacks. Not advantage, 1. Jesus.
I can't do anything.
And 19.
19 will miss, but I'll
Alrighty.
take 14 damage.
14 damage. Tadias, it's your turn.
Let's cut him up as best we can. 17 to hit.
Nope.
Not as much.
Nope.
Haste action.
Tadias is really feeling it, you guys.
Yep, and then I don't think my bonus is going to do anything, so I'm just going to move right here. Make it a little bit easier for him to get to me.
Alrighty.
And I'm just going to stare him in the face.
Hum is going to try to get out of the mud to over to Tadias
Roll
and
a
to...
strength save.
I'm doing it.
I just wanted to make sure I said that. Your speed is 0.
Ah. Let's see, what can she do? She is going to cast her last 5th level spell to throw Mass Cure Wounds to help the 2 gentlemen on the ground almost.
And Lucy.
And Lucy, yes.
What's the range on that?
60.
60. Okay, I thought it was 30.
What's the radius of the area? .30-foot radius. Which means that you could get yourself to probably.
Yeah, probably. Well, I'm going to throw it out anyway.
Yeah. What I'm saying is you can take advantage of it too.
There we go.
Not
Best
bad,
I
not
can
bad.
do.
Alrighty. Well, the good news is Hum is almost the full.
Yeah, it's not. I was hoping for more for Zachariel and Tadias.
Better than a
When I
poke in
get
the
to you guys, I will
A lot
touch
better
you.
than we had.
What is Lucy doing?
Lucy is going to do a standing leap onto this guy. Or wait, actually, you know what? She's going to do the running because she has 15 feet of movement. Just barely, but she's going to do the big leap.
She can't. Well, oh yeah. Actually, no. She could fit in like these 10 right here, but she'll be in rough terrain afterward.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
She's trying to protect Tadias
Yeah.
and Zachariel. Keep on hitting hounds. Hold on.
Let's see. Let's see.
It's a 16, so it's right at the meat.
Is right at the meat, unfortunately. So that's okay. Just some crumples as it does push out, and that's it for Lucy. Zachariel.
Oh, hey. I'm gonna step out of here I'm gonna smack this Earth Myrmidon in the face with my shield.
Alrighty.
I'm rolling high on something. And I'm gonna give him some sooty justice.
That's a hit for 14. And another hit, and it stops moving as you separate the rough head from its body. Oh, you know what? I should show you guys the art for it. As you separate the head-like area, and it just kind of crumples and stops moving.
God, they're cool.
I love these guys. And that one's done.
Yeah, that's it for my turn.
Box. Strength saving throw.
Actually, I probably just move here. Yeah.
You're stuck. In the muck. Yuck!
So that's it. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, that's it. Delia. Oh, the mud. Yeah, more fun times. I'm gonna roll another d20. An odd number. That's an odd number. Evens or odds, Zachriel and Tadias?
I'd rather do evens.
Ooh, always odds. No, even.
Oh. I need a consensus from you two.
Yeah, even.
I would have taken odds because there was rolling odds like
All
crazy.
right.
Whoa, look at you guys.
Alrighty, so the mud doesn't seem to actually have a will of its own, as some just falls right here, just making the way a little bit more rough. Tadias.
Nope.
Sorry, Delia.
I'm moving myself out of this mud.
Alrighty. Your boots are muddy, and your cool capes are covered in mud.
Now I have to pay for dry cleaning. Oh, actually, I'll use my action to prestidigitation. The mud off from me.
Nice.
Appearances matter, everybody.
Alright,
Yeah, it's half the battle.
now it's Tadias.
I'm going to fly here, and I'm going to use whatever actions I need to get both of them out of the mud.
An action for each, and it'll be a strength or athletics check. DC 15.
So they're kind of like in quicksand, kind of?
It's kind of like that. It's just really viscous mud.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll make 2 strength checks. Is it checks or is it athletics?
It's a strength or athletics.
Okay, athletics is much better. So I'll do hum first.
You come out of the muck.
I'll pop hum on my shoulder, and then I'll go for Vox.
All right. Dice.
I'll kind of drag Vox just right over here.
Alrighty.
And then with the rest of my hasted movement, because I have double speed, I'm going to return her to her mount.
Solid.
That'll be your turn.
Alrighty. Some positioning. And
Sorry, I missed. Did I get out of the mud too?
yes,
Yeah, I put you right here.
it is Hum's turn.
Since Hum has a hold of Zachriel when he pulls her out of the mud, she is going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Do you mean Tadias?
That's what I meant. Yeah. Sorry, brain. A little fuzzy.
No, she said me.
No, not me. That is crappy.
Ooh, that is crappy.
I'll take it either way. Thank you.
All right. What's Lucy doing?
Lucy is going to move forward, I guess, with Hum on her back. knowing the importance of killing these guys. There we go.
Acrael.
All right. Free of mud.
Zachariel should come stand next to Hum so she can touch him next.
God, that sounds like a smart idea. Where are you? Under Lucy, right?
I'm on top of Lucy right now.
I'm gonna use my action to dash.
It's so weird because, like, on my GM screen side, Hum is underneath Lucy's token. But on
Well, it's like that for me, too.
But on the side with the camera, she's on top. I don't understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. Anything else, Zachariel?
I use my action to dash, and that's it.
Alright, we're just...
Actually, I probably could get, like... I'll stay.
Alright.
You gotta stay within my reach so I can touch you.
Fox.
I think I'm gonna dash.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll keep it at that.
More mud. We gotta diversify our portfolio. So a pit of mud opens up under Lucy.
No!
And, sorry, hang on. Layer. And, that's it for now. You'll have to roll a strength save to get out. Delia.
Are these two here considered corpses?
They are inert mat, inert stone. I don't think so.
But these two are for sure.
Yes. Is it time to dance?
Yeah, I think two's better than nothing.
Alright. Did I make you a thing for this? I said I would. I don't know if I did or not. It's been a while.
I think there is.
A dancing zombie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid. Actually, I wonder if I can just apply the dancing zombie stat block to this token.
Ooh, I can control him.
Yeah, I just applied the thing to it.
Nice.
Do they have the full HP of the zombie, or yeah, they do. Okay. And they're wearing that plate mail, so they'll have 18 AC as well.
Okay.
D.
And I'm gonna command them to follow us.
Alrighty. You control them on your turn. I think that's how it works. If it's not, then that's how it
You
works.
can use a bonus action to mentally command the creatures you make with this spell.
But how do they enter initiative? Alright, my ruling is they'll go right after you because I don't wanna roll them.
Okay.
Tobias.
As a free action, I'm going to quickly yell over Delia. You want to ride? I'm going to start flying over her and see if she raises her hand.
I will raise my hand.
Alright, I'm going to snatch her up and put her on my shoulder, and I am going to... And without dashing. So if you want to put yourself with me. I'll haste it. Actually, no, bonus action dash.
Oh, I may have to drop off of you here.
Okay, go ahead. I'll put her down and then I'll just move over here.
Dokes.
Okay, I still have 20 more feet of movement, so I'm going to attack this one, and then I'm probably going to back off.
All right. As they see you, they all kind of like, they're all sort of ready looking as they start to all move toward you in initiative time. Did you roll your attack? Oh, you did. Sorry. Okay, yes, that hits for sure.
Okay, for this
10
first one.
piercing. Okay.
And then I guess I will throw the fiery one.
That's a hit. It doesn't do the fire damage, unfortunately.
I imagine as much.
Okay.
And then with my last 20 feet of movement, I'll fly directly up. How tall are the ceilings?
Ceiling is tall as heck. It's like 80 feet up.
So then I will be 30 feet in the air. And I'll return.
Okay. Let's see. So you're 30 feet up in the air. These guys are already 20 feet up in the air, so this one's going to run up and engage. And we are going to see it try to bite you. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here's a bite. 18.
That'll miss.
And 17.
That missed me.
Alrighty. And another one is going to...
Ooh, I forgot. This one takes 10 radiant if we didn't mark it.
Okay. Bang. Alright, this one's going to rush up to Tadias and attack as well. 10. Nope. 19.
Nope.
Alrighty. What's your AC right now?
21 with the haste.
Got it. Ah, yes, copy. Alrighty. Wait. So that's gonna be
13 air jets, 4 intelligence, 2 shield, 2 haste.
Ah, okay. Got your shield up. Got it. Okay. One more gargoyle surrounding Tadias. Oh, you want it up in there. Gets up to at least here, and he's like at a diagonal from Tadias in terms of the ground. He's going to attempt to attack, but that's not enough. Try to bite your ankle. Nope. And then try to claw at your boot. Nope. Alrighty. Come.
I'm gonna reach down and throw cure wounds at Zachriel.
Alrighty. And then Lucy needs to make a strength saving throw. Free herself from this nasty goop.
There she goes. Sorry, it wasn't more. Damn, I'm not rolling good tonight. Oh,
I feel you.
That is unfortunate, as Lucy is stuck as she whimpers trying to pull her clawed paw things out of the muck, and just doesn't seem to be working. Zachriel.
Alright, so I'm gonna pull either push or pull. I guess I could probably pull him. I'm pretty strong. I'm gonna try and pull Lucy out of the muck.
Oh, that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be much harder than Tadias because Lucy is a large creature. So the DC is gonna be 20.
Well, technically, if I hit her with my shield, like if I shield Mr. Kurt, I could do it as a bonus action. So
yeah,
I would say I'm probably strong enough to do it.
Yeah. The DC is 20.
Okay. Wow.
Well, I wouldn't have done either way.
Okay.
I would count a pull as like an attack, kind of. Maybe. I mean, no, I can't roll it. I can't roll that.
Why
Yeah.
can't you just dig through it?
I mean, yeah, that just makes sense to use bullet.
You haven't seen Lucy try to dig through this.
Can I roll above a fucking 10 tonight? Like, can that happen? Alright. For me.
Okay. Box.
Let's do the dash.
Okay. So all these gargoyles are in the air. And they're all harrying Tadias.
Okay, well, if they're in the air, I guess I'm gonna shoot off my short bow at that.
Alright.
That one there first.
That's a miss.
That's all.
Alright. Time for some gnarly mud. Up here. As Zachariel, underneath you, a pit of mud opens up.
Well, I guess I'm here for the rest of the show.
Don't say
No,
that.
right?
Yulia.
Okay, I'm gonna command these zombies to dash
Okay.
because they are right on the edge of my concentration,
Oh.
and I need them to hurry up.
I think that gives them 40 feet. Because their speed as a zombie is 20 feet.
That one will get here.
This is rough terrain, by the way.
Yeah, and they're not smart enough to realize that.
Alrighty.
Okay.
That was your bonus action?
Guess I'll move over here. And I'll shoot a firebolt at this guy.
Alrighty. That's a critical. For 20 damage. Or 25 damage as the gargoyle shatters and crumbles to the ground. Anything else? I think that's it.
That is it.
Alright, this gargoyle is going to go underneath Tadias and start harrying him. Light.
Harry away.
22.
I will take it.
And a claw for 7.
Let's see this come and save.
Ooh,
Let it drop out of the ground.
that is unfortunate. You lose your turn. That's not good for you.
Tis what it is.
It is
I
what
can't
it
stop
is.
rolling.
Yeah. So, 4 more gargoyle attacks. Do these have advantage, or is it just...
I'm stunned. If stunned renders advantage, then yes.
Wait, you're under the stun condition, are you sure?
I believe that's what it says. I'll pull it up real fast.
Yes, you're stunned when you come out at haste.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Oh, then
Actually, I don't
No,
think it says
you're
that.
not stunned.
It says I can't take actions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not stunned technically. It just
Oh,
has
it's
all the
not real
functionality of stun.
Without the
It's
terrifying...
the better restraint.
Alrighty, so here's normal attacks. As they just a storm of bites and claws. 1, 2, 1, 2. In that haze of coming out, Tadias manages to defend himself aptly. Oh, there's one more. Oh, wait, no, you did. Okay. Did I skip?
Well-
somebody? I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't know. Hum can't come off of Lucy's back without getting in the mud, right?
No, she can come out. She can jump off without getting in the mud.
Okay, she's gonna jump out and run up to Zachariel and touch him again.
All right.
She just can't stop touching Zachariel. That sounds really bad.
Don't let Floriana know.
Floriana would approve.
She would.
Or at least she would.
That
She would-
city's probably gone. Every time we leave it for too long, someone attacks it.
That's not too bad. That's
That's much
16.
16. All right.
better. I feel good.
Anything else?
Nope, that's gonna be it.
Alrighty, Lucy. And try to roll a strength save to get out. Oh. Poor Lucy is stuck in this mud.
She's ratting away.
Zachariel.
All right.
Strength saving throw. You
Hey.
able to get out of the mud.
All right. And it's 15 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get here. You said these are above Tadai's, right?
This one is below him, but that's like 15 feet off the ground. And these two are level with him, so... actually, no, they're 25 feet off the ground. And these guys are 30 feet off the ground.
Oh, so wouldn't you...
Did Tadias not come down?
No.
I think my wings still keep me up. It's just the haste.
Yeah, he didn't get knocked prone.
Well, I can't do what I was gonna do, so I guess I'll throw a javelin at that guy.
Alrighty.
And I only have one, so...
It hits.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
For 6
Six.
piercing. It
I don't,
cracks off a piece of the stone and then it falls back to the ground, clattering.
I don't know if it's gonna help, but that might help. I don't think trip would work a whole lot. I want to use I need to make me a DC 16 con save
DC 16.
as I attempt to blind it with that javelin.
Oh. Alright.
Yep, so it's blind.
Blinded.
If that even matters.
It might.
Maybe.
For Vox, it'll matter. As you see, like, the gargoyle, like, try to... so what happens now is that the javelin gets caught, and the gargoyle's trying to swipe it away, probably giving Vox a good opening. Nyx.
Okay, so he's still in the air.
Still in the air. This one is distracted.
Okay, let's shoot it.
You have advantage. Hit. And so you also get sneak attack. Alrighty.
I'm gonna do a little bit of movement too.
Alrighty.
There.
Alright, I think we've had enough fun with the pit mud, but I'm gonna roll a d20 anyway. Odds. Alright. One, two, three. That's unfortunate. Delia. Mud starts falling down from the ceiling on top of you. Roll a dexterity save or a strength save. That's not gonna do it, as it flops right down onto you. And you're gonna take some damage. 12 damage, and you're prone and restrained. I need you to roll a con save, my friend. Well, you are saved. Your zombies are still zombies. And it's your turn.
Okay, I am gonna unrestrain myself.
Alrighty.
And then tell these guys to dash.
Okie dokes.
I love how they run right into the mud.
Well, it's better that mud than this mud.
That's true.
Alrighty. You can leave the mud too. It's just your action. You have your movement. Yeah. Alrighty. So more gargoyle on Tadias action. Fight. Claw. Claw. And it's your turn. This one's
Alright,
still
so I
blinded.
will out of it. Grit my teeth, and I guess I'll step this one. I don't really know if this is blind or not.
This one is, you can see there's like a, it's still distracted trying to pull something out of its face.
Okay, if I can't see that, then I will attack him. I was thinking because I was stunned, I wouldn't notice it. But he is the left one.
That is a hit. Wait, who are you attacking?
10 radiant.
Okay, you have advantage. Alright, 19 damage in total.
It's blind.
Okay, if it's still standing, I'll do it again.
It is still standing. Hits for 10. And it's like crumbling at this point, but it still has a little bit of energy.
Bonus action attack.
That's a hit. And it crumples and falls to the ground.
Okay. I will take the risk, and I'm gonna fly down to the ground, so I'll take the opportunity to attack both of them.
That's gonna be 2 of them. Yeah. So 2 claw swipes. 19 and a crit.
I will take that damage, I guess.
Okay, okay.
Alright, so that's 9.
Alrighty. This one is going to chase after Vox. Fight. For 19 against Vox.
It hits.
And claw. For a miss. And I think it's Hum's turn.
Hum is going to use her bonus action to cast Blur on herself as she comes around the corner.
Alright.
And then she is going to come around. So that should be 10, 15, 20, 25. And where is Tadias? I can't see him.
Right.
Oh, there he is. And she is going to use her action to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Alrighty.
She also yelled before she went around the corner, "Come on, Lucy!"
Come on, Lucy.
I'm running out of spell slots. And that'll be it for Hum.
Give me that strength save for Lucy. Or I can roll it if you want.
Oh, I got it up.
Lucy pulls herself out. And she's got some more movement. I think she has 40 feet natively. So she's got 25 feet left. So she, for the sake of time, I'm just going to say she just jumps over here back in the action. That's her turn.
Absolutely.
Zachariel.
All right, I'm gonna run around and pick up my javelin as a item interaction.
Alrighty. You'll take an attack of opportunity from this guy.
Oh, I didn't even see that guy.
He's right there next to Vox.
Is he on the ground?
He is in range of you, yeah.
Oh, well, I would run to him first then. And I will, I think I remember fighting these creatures and that they couldn't go prone. Can I, would I? Actually.
That memory might be coming from the Black Earth Guards.
Anyway, I guess I'll try.
Alright.
Well, keyword is try. I attack. Well.
That hits.
Oh.
Their stone is a little softer. That hits. 13. And you've
Then I'll pick up my javelin.
got this creature's full attention. Fox.
Let's get the dagger out and stab. Oh, I meant the other one.
Oh, you can that hits. You can just roll the other
Yeah,
one and
I'm
then hit the damage for it. No spell slots in these guys.
Yeah, I meant to do the elemental dagger.
Yeah.
So what did you want me to do?
Click the elemental dagger and then roll the damage for it. And we'll use the 20. All right. 13.
Oh, and I do get sneak, right?
You do get sneak. Yes. Alrighty. This gargoyle shatters as it sort of burns with a little bit of that caustic acid coming off of the blade. Mud time. Let's see. That's an even. So, I've got so many options. What do I want to do? Who do I want to fuck over?
Me.
No.
Yeah, this pit appears underneath Tadias and Zachariel. And that's it for the mud. Delia.
Okay. I'm gonna tell these guys to get over here as fast as they can. But even dashing, they can't do anything. So I'm just gonna firebolt this guy.
Alrighty. That is unfortunate. As it goes wide. And this gargoyle is going to take a dive attack toward Hum.
She's got disadvantage because, like, she's blurred.
Yeah. 12.
Misses.
Wow.
Misses.
Quite an effective move. Tadias, make a strength save.
I can do that. 16.
16 is enough. You may exit.
I will exit underneath this one because I believe he's still flying.
No, but you can just go to the square, no problem.
Oh, perfect. Then I will attack him as I pull out of the mud
That's a hit. For 8.
with 10 radiant.
For 10. Yep.
And second attack.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I have 2 turns of flying left. I do not want to be in that ice room alone. I'm just going to hold there.
Alrighty. The gargoyle's dead. And I think it's Hum's turn. Yep.
Zachariel moved on her. So she is just going to throw a spell at this. What is she going to throw? Stop hitting yourself at gargoyle. Oh, he doesn't have a weapon.
He has his claws.
Oh, okay. She's going to throw stop hitting yourself at him.
I think the text of that spell specifies that it can be like,
With an appendage. Yep.
Yep. Has such big damage. This wisdom, yeah. Doesn't have disadvantage, but 19 saves, fortunately. Lucy.
So Lucy kind of wants to jump at him, but she doesn't want to hit anybody, and I don't know if she can make it.
She could snap at him if she shares the square with Hum for a second.
Yeah, she's going to come and, like, push Hum up onto her back and snap and bite this guy in front of her.
Alrighty.
but it misses.
That is a miss, unfortunately. Lucy is not having the best day. That's it for her. Zachriel.
Feeling Lucy's pain, I will not get out of this.
Sorry, you should not have mentioned Lucy.
Well, I mean, I've been rolling the dog shit the whole fucking session.
So your speed is 0, but you have your javelin.
Oh boy. This is rough terrain, right? Like, it's not worked stone.
This area doesn't count as rough terrain, but your speed is 0.
Okay, what I'm asking is this natural earth or is it worked stone?
Oh, for the purposes of...
Suni, I'm gonna use earth and grasp to pull myself out.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, to Zachriel's perception, this is just, like, it's not work stone. It's natural rock.
I will try and stick Suni into the stone here, and I will try to summon up an earth hand to pull myself out of this.
You feel a resistance, and Suni's sort of screams a little bit, like in sort of a pained emotion, and she says to you, "This is the domain of Ogremok." And she says, "I will try." And she's going to
tell her to fight through it.
She's going to make her own charisma check. And I've already set the DC. And the hand appears.
Hell yeah. I don't think I have that spell. And quick.
Can the hand actually pull? I mean, I like the creativity here, but there's no real support in the spell, so I guess it can.
Well, I mean, I'll take the damage.
Okay, that's a good trade. Yeah, so it needs to
Makes
roll.
a melee spell, right?
Uh,
Oh, the target must make a strength saving throw. So if I'm just letting it take me,
yeah.
I
I'll
just
let
take the
that
damage, right?
Yeah, I'll let that happen. And the
All right.
damage is like 2d6. Yeah, okay.
Do you want to roll that, or shall
Sure, I'll roll it.
I?
Suni's whispers an apology to you after squeezing a little bit too hard to pull you out of the mud.
He doesn't care. And then I'll just, me or her will drop me and leave the hand there, because you can still do stuff, right?
Yes.
Lasts for a minute with concentration, I believe.
Yes.
You want me to roll a con save where I took damage?
Yeah, roll a con save. The effect still worked, obviously.
Never mind.
Oh, it's gone. Alright, I don't have to...
What a night!
I don't have to put up a token. Vox, it's your turn. You're still a gargoyle over here between Lucy and Tadias.
Okay, I die and
You're
thing.
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me?
You're breaking up pretty bad. I think the answer is no. I can't hear you now. That hits. Alright, I'm just gonna apply this damage, and we'll figure that out later. Alrighty. More mud action. And Lucy, need to make me a strength or dexterity saving roll. Wow. That is unfortunate for you guys. As more of the mud from the ceiling slams down on top of you and knocks Lucy and Hum prone. And now I don't know if I can hear Hum.
Okay.
Okay. And that's it for that. Delia.
Okay. I'm gonna first firebolt this gargoyle.
Alrighty. That's a hit. And you destroy it.
Okay. Now I'm gonna tell these guys to dash further down the hall.
Alrighty. Nice. You could pull Hum out if you wanted to.
Let's see. So, Lucy's also stuck?
Lucy's also underneath this mud. It would just take her and Hum an action each to get themselves out. I'm just giving you
Well, I don't think me going first is the idea, so I'm gonna just use my action and clear them out. At least one of them. So I guess I'll work on Hum, because I think Lucy can do it herself.
Alrighty. Hum is free.
And then I have, I guess, 25 feet movement, so...
So when the mud hit me and I I lost my concentration as well, correct?
Not unless you save. You will take 11 damage. I don't think I rolled that. No, I didn't. So you need to roll a Constitution saving throw of 10 or better. You did not lose concentration.
Awesome.
Dice makes his move. There's a bit of a holding pattern. And Lucy. Hum and Lucy.
So Hum is going to just encourage Lucy at this point so she can get back on her back.
Alrighty. Well, it's simple enough for all that to resolve, and you're free of this mud. You're just sort of in it, and you kind of have to squeeze to maneuver around all this junk. Oh, Lucy didn't need to roll anything.
Oh, okay.
It was just an action. I'm gonna make these guys. I'm gonna delete the gargoyles. They sink into the mud. But you're definitely in the wall, so you'd end up not there. Okey-dokes. Zachariel.
Alright. I will run. And by run, I mean dash. Here.
Okie dokie. Fox.
And that will be it for me.
Okay, am I coming in better?
Yep, I think so.
Okay, I'm going to dash.
As soon
And-
as you get there, Miraj, you see him standing out there, and he puts his hands on the ground, and a strange ripple runs through the floor. And I need to check something. Nope, 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 nope. Oh yeah. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as Zachariel, you see the ground before her just tumultuously erupt in an erupting earth. I think you save. You save, so I'm not even going to roll the damage because you avoid it entirely. As, like, you just Fox just dodges a couple of the spires that come out of the ground. And that's it. You're now in rough terrain. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna shoot off at this one.
Okay. It pinks off of his armor.
And I still have some movement left, so I'm gonna kind of get out of the way.
How much movement do you have? Do you know how much movement you had?
Well, I dashed, so that was...
You started from like here?
Yep.
You can't move because you're full. Oh wait, no, 80. Yeah, so you'd have 15 feet of movement left.
And this is rough terrain.
Yes.
You said I have 15?
You have 15 because 40 plus 40 is 80, and you used 64. Rounding 15 feet of movement.
So it means I can only go one square if this is rough.
Yep. Actually, if you go that, you would be able to do that.
Okay.
Because it takes
I'll do
10
that.
feet of movement, then 5. Okay. That's your turn. Mud method. Just kind of standing near Miraj menacingly. And another mud round. What am I gonna do? What's gonna happen?
They make a nice set of pottery.
Evens. So, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that's right. I had to recheck my notes. Nothing happens that you can see with that. Elia.
Okay, I'm going to dash.
And your buds are gonna dash.
And my buds are gonna dash. I think this one can get here? Maybe here?
I'm giving them a sickly color. Okay.
This guy can get here. And that'll do it.
That'll do it. Darius.
Alright. Another big guy. I'm gonna bonus action dash. Those rough terrains are going that far.
That is rough terrain, yeah.
Then I'll action to dodge.
Right.
And that was the last turn of wings, so those are off.
Righty. Well, then, this Myrmidon is going to advance into the dirt and walks through it as if it's nothing, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, well, it's rough terrain for him too. But it doesn't matter because there wasn't that much space. And you're taking the dodge action. Well, it's going to rear up, and you see the same effect of this concussive air, and it's going to attempt to strike. 15.
I'll miss.
And you nimbly dodge out of the way, and that's all you can do. Mirage goes. And he's going to do mean to do that. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Dias and one of the zombies, Delia and Zachariel, need to make dexterity saving throws as this water appears out of the floor, sort of like this mud churning, and it slams into all of you. DC is 14. Did you roll, Zachariel?
I just rolled it. I was reading Shield Master.
Alrighty, so if you saved, you take half of this, and if not, you take all that and you fall prone.
I'm going to use my reaction, take no damage.
Alrighty. It's very interesting.
By interposing my shield.
The water just kind of flows around the shield, but it diverts and hits Delia. Oh, good thing for Warcaster, eh?
Very good thing.
Alrighty, that was Miraj's turn. His mud methods are forming a defensive line.
Hanma's going to use her action to dash over here. And she will wait until her next turn.
Okay. Lucy.
Lucy is going to use her dash to get next to the mud myrmidon, or the myrmidon here, and growl at it, kind of defending Tadias. And the group.
Can she get there? This area is right away.
Yeah, well, she can get to right here, I think.
Oh, she can jump. She
I
can
did the
actually jump.
measure,
She
yeah.
can actually jump to get there. So yeah, okay. Alrighty. Defensive line of mud methods around Miraj. Zachariel.
Alright, I'm going to enter the rough terrain, as everyone else is. I'm going to try to push this guy down.
Alrighty.
So I don't like him. And I roll another 3.
And he rolled enough.
Alright.
Disadvantage, but yeah, that's it.
God.
That hits. 8.
He needs to make me a DC 16 strength saving throws. Attempt to knock him prone with a trip.
He fails.
He fails, and he takes an additional 7.
He's prone.
And he's tripped. How's Vox's turn?
You have multi-attack. Oh, you missed with the 12. Got it.
I rolled a 12.
Vox.
Okay, let's come and aid Zachariel. Take him down.
That's a hit. Let's see if you roll a crit, though. Because you have advantage. Nope. Alright, so 9, 4. And the sneak attack. 27. No, wait, 28. And if it's waiting. And I'm gonna get rid of this. Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna get up.
You're gonna get up.
And can my zombie squeeze into the square here?
No. Can't end his turn
Okay.
there. He can move through it, but he can't end his turn there, is what I'll say.
Okay, so I will command him to attack this guy.
Alrighty. Yes.
And he will.
Is he like sharing the space with Zachriel, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
Well, has advantage because he's prone. 12 bludgeoning. Alrighty.
And then I will move here. Can I see Miraj, or is this pillar like totally obstructing him right now?
Can you see him with your token?
Yes.
Oh well, your token
But-
can't. Your token can't. So I just tested it with Control L. You cannot see Mirage.
Okay.
Lucy can.
Then I still have a secret dart, so I will ready my action to use it when I see him.
Okay.
So I guess I could use it now since I know he's over there,
Okay.
right?
I
Because I don't need to be able to see him.
don't remember how it works.
I think it's under a magic item list.
Blah 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 blah. Seek a target of your choice. You must have seen the target before. Have you don't need to see it now? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I will do that then.
Okay, so that's all a dexterity saving throw on his part. So, dexterity saving throw as this dart comes around the corner toward him through the erupted earth. He saves.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. Alrighty. Now it's Tadias' turn.
I think my only use right now is to chop this guy up, so I'm gonna do that. And then change start sliding. I should probably move closer to the microphone as well.
That would help.
Alright, Rez, bring him his way.
You have advantage because he's prone.
Ah, right.
It's 10.
Numero dos.
That hits. For 9.
Numero tres. I press dagger instead of res.
That
How'd I
misses.
do that?
That hits. That one actually hits.
Well, we'll use the damage from this one, but I'll wait. I'll have to roll again because it's going to be the crit damage. Ba. And then press that one.
8.
And then my... Bow. Alright, that's all I can do. Do I move? I think I can move... there? Call it.
Alrighty, Mudmuffet, Myrmidon stands up. And is not happy about Zachriel knocking it down. And is going to focus its efforts on Zachriel. With them all. 19
19's a miss.
and 9.
Is a miss.
As Torlier's shield blocks these attacks with this earthen maul. And that's it for them. Miraj assesses the battlefield, and he is going to panic as he sees you guys making this progress. He points down, and he is going to cast another spell. You hear like a soft kind of like panicked mumbling over the din of just barely over the din of the battle as another gout of earth appears, but only ways off, as apparently he still wants that Myrmidon to do his job. So more messed up earth appears here, and then he points and says, "Go!" And these mud methods are going to charge in. it dashed. Hum, it's your turn.
I don't know. Can I do that? Yep, she's just gonna hit. She is going to stop hitting yourself at this guy right in front of, or right in the middle of everyone.
Fails. He cracks himself in the face with his maul, but it doesn't do too much. Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty.
Actually, yes, she is going to throw inspiration at Tadias, who is surrounded.
Yeah. Dice is not looking too good. It's Lucy's turn.
So Lucy is going to push past Vox here and bite this Myrmidon in front of them.
Alrighty. That is a miss.
Okay.
This mud method is going to dash up to here. That's his action. Zacriel.
Okay, this guy that just stood up tried to attack me. I'm gonna knock him down again.
Alrighty. Yeah. You knock him down.
I attack.
You crit. Is that going to be a brutal, or is that it?
You know what? I'll make it a brutal.
Alright. That is enough to crunch his breastplate in, and the energy leaves this body and turns into just inert rock.
Alright, I'll take a step over, and I'll make my second attack at this mud method.
Alrighty.
Oh, not advantage, 21.
Hits though. For 10
10 damage.
bludgeoning. Pretty decent. Vox.
Okay, I will move beside Tadias there and aim for the one that's in front of him.
Alrighty. That's a hit. 10 plus 27. Oh, you destroy it. And something happens. It explodes into mud. Which means Vox, Tadias, and Zacriel need to make dexterity saving throws.
What kind of saving throws?
Dexterity saving throws.
Dex, okay.
Alright. The mud explodes and grapples around Tadias and sort of hardens around him slightly, and you're restrained until the end of your next turn. Fox, anything else?
I'm done.
Alrighty. Dashes up to here. Delia.
Alright. I'm gonna command these zombies to attack. And this guy's gonna attack this one.
Alrighty.
And this guy... cannot get there. And I will move over this way.
And now you can see Miraj. Sort of. It's actually kind of hard to see him because of all this crap going on here. In terms of like targeting, he will have 3/4 cover.
Okay. I think I'm gonna send a fireball over there.
All right. Yeah. Do it up. Just on him, or?
Yeah.
Alrighty. We'll also catch that mud method in the mix. So, let me just, roll their saves. Do you get an empowered invocation from that?
Oh, I do. Thank you for reminding me.
He does not save. So he's gonna take a good chunk. 31 damage. And the mud method explodes. Oh, wait. Oh. Alright, hang on. I actually don't know if he explodes. Oh no, he explodes. Alright. Anything else? Dedelia.
I think that's it.
Elias.
Okay, let's see.
You're restrained.
Alright. I'm gonna stab this one.
With disadvantage.
Yes, I will.
That is a hit. And
Excellent.
you kill him. And he explodes. And I think by virtue of this rule, you would still be unrestrained at the end of your turn. But I do need Zachriel and the dancing zombie to make a save against this mud burst. So both of you guys are restrained until the end of your next turn. Anything else, Tadias?
Oh yeah, I still got another attack. I want to throw one at this guy.
Alrighty. Disadvantage. That is a hit and piercing. Solid turn.
Happy turn.
Alrighty. Miraj is going to kneel, and he is going to attempt to soak a bunch of you once again. Nope. Nope. I need the gnomes, Lucy, and one of the dancing zombies to roll dexterity saving throws.
I'll be right back.
Forgot the D.
14.
Yes. Oh. 15. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I was looking at innate spellcasting before. His normal spellcasting is going to be 15 save DC. So, you are all prone. Including, yep, you're all prone, and you take a nasty chunk of damage. I think your zombie can do, oh, I don't think there's any way for it to do Undead Fortitude. But that is Miraj's turn. You're also prone.
So,
What's up?
oh yeah, it's just dead.
Okay. It is dead. And then Miraj starts to walk this way. Out of sight.
Back.
This mud method's going to attack Vox with its fists. No. Doesn't hit. And that one's dead. You're prone. And Delia's very hurt.
Well, so I stand up, I guess, and grab Delia by the ankle, or I just reach over and grab Delia by the ankle. Give her very little healing.
Thank you, Hum.
Lucy the bullet.
I don't know what she can do. She can stand up. She doesn't have an action. It takes an action to stand, right?
No. It takes half your movement.
Okay, she's going to stand up,
She could
and
leap
she
onto this
is
guy.
going to standing leap all the way over onto this guy here and just smoosh him because she's mad.
Alrighty. He saves, but gonna take half of that damage. It's on the block.
I'm looking for it. Actually, don't see the damage for standing loop. Long jump is 30 feet without a running start.
It's under actions. You clicked it before.
The deadly leap damage.
Yep. Alright. The creature explodes underneath Lucy. And it kind of gets on her legs, but Lucy is able to shake them off by the end of her turn. It's a weird rule now that I'm thinking about it. Zachriel, it's your turn. You're restrained. That's unfortunate. Zephin.
I said no, it's not my turn. I'm restrained.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, at the end of your turn, you are able to shake it off and get out of it. Fox.
Let's just attack the one remaining left.
Okay. You have a sneak attack because Lucy's there. That's a hit. 10 plus. Alrighty. The Mephit dies and explodes. And I need Lucy and Vox to make dex saving throws. Well, Vox is totally okay. And so is Lucy. Alrighty. Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna get up. And I'm gonna command my one zombie to dash towards where I saw Miraj go.
Alrighty. Take these methods.
And then I will start precariously making my way through these spikes here.
Alrighty. Dias.
Oh boy. And we don't see Miraj now.
You saw him go this way.
Okay. That 10's unimpeded. That 10 with this thing. So that's 30 dash 10, 20, 30. I guess I'll use action to dodge and call it a turn.
Alrighty. Nothing happens for the moment.
Hum is going to move forward. I think she's going to use her action to dash.
Alrighty.
Ooh, my screen is frozen, so I will move her.
She's just gonna get as far as she can.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see, so that's 10 and then 10 and yeah, okay. I can get to about here. All that jump. What's Lucy gonna do?
Lucy is going to follow Tadias. She will be there by Tadias to protect him,
Alrighty.
and she'll rat him.
Zachriel.
For my second turn of doing nothing, I will dash through the rough terrain. That'll be it.
Fox.
I'm going to dash 2 through the rough terrain. That's so.
Alrighty. Delia.
Okay, I will also dash. And my zombie will also dash.
Okay. So, by the way, from here to here is still 5 feet. It is 5 feet. It's not rough terrain to leave rough terrain. So, zombie has 40 feet of movement if they're dashing.
I think that puts him here.
Alrighty. When he gets to, like, here, to dash around the pillar, something might hit him. We'll find out. Yeah. This glob of mud strikes the zombie, and you hear this sizzle as he takes 10 damage. That's
Still up.
still up. Alrighty. Dice.
Alright, let's move on. Alright, action attack. I'm gonna throw res at him.
Alrighty.
21.
Hits
Not spam anymore. Yeah.
for 9.
Throw the blood flint.
Hits. Ah! He cries out.
I'm gonna catch him with his hand axe.
He snaps his fingers, and some mud shoots up from the ground and blocks the axe as he casts shield.
My turn.
Alrighty. Miraj is going to bring his hands up to Dias, and suddenly the nasty grinding noise you hear from the monolith here gets even worse as he is casting Shatter. And I need make a con save, Dias. Same with the zombie. Actually, I don't think it'll matter for the zombie.
I think it matter for me either.
Well, it might. It's 3d8. You might roll all ones. So you save. We'll see what happens. Yeah, no. You guys see Tadias collapse. That's it for Miraj.
Hum is just going to dash. Use her action to dash again. And that is it for her.
Righty.
She has nothing that she has to touch. So Lucy is going to dash forward and stand in front of Zachariel and growl. Looking for... I still can't see Miraj.
That's weird because she has sight. Hang on. And, well, he's right here. So she actually could, I think from where she is, she actually could attack.
Oh, well, if she can attack, she is going to go... she's going to leap forward and attack him with a deadly leap.
Alright.
Oh, all my sheets closed. Hold on.
Try to make it save and go. He's a little bit stronger than he is, that's fine. Alright, so he takes 12 damage as he narrowly avoids getting trampled. Zachariel.
Alright, I'm gonna move 30 feet in front of Tadias. I see him, but I can't quite make it to him. So I will shoot a line of fire at him. From the
yeah. So as you guys are starting to run around the corner, he's sort of like scrambling back from Lucy's. No! And he takes that fire damage, and his wounds are already bleeding, and he gets this nasty burn on his shoulder and side as he's like trembling and about to collapse. Vox, it's your turn.
First question. What time is it?
What time is it? Oh, it's not past midnight yet.
Dang. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna run up to him and dagger him.
He looks like he's fumbling around to try to cast another spell, and then he gasps as you just appear from behind the pillar. He's got his hand up. That hit, by the way. And you just drive the dagger into his body, and he screams out, and then his whole form just turns into a pile of mud.
Are we out of initiative?
No, Tadias is still dying. So that's it for Vox. Unless you want to move again.
I'll move back to Tadias.
Okay. Can't do anything for him, but you can do that. Delia.
I am going to dash.
Can zombies
You-
perform medicine checks?
I don't think they can.
I'm gonna say no.
probably make it worse.
Aw, that'd be funny.
Okay. Tadias, roll me that death save.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't get to press this button nearly enough. Where is it?
It's near HP. That's a save. Miraj is dead.
Hum is going to move forward as much as she can. She'll dash. So 10. She can get up to Tadias, but she can't do anything because she's
you have-
locked into dash.
Hum does not have healing word.
Oh. Okay.
Lucy is just kind of looking around. No more threats. Zacriel.
I, with my infinite wisdom and
rolls the one
experience
die.
being hurt, will attempt to wrap some of his wounds and try to staunch the bleeding.
Alrighty.
I roll an 8
On your
On
history.
your history check.
on my history check.
Well,
What?
Vox.
Well, you know,
Does he kill me?
No! He's just being useless for the moment.
I'm just sticking my fingers in the
Kill me
wound.
with the shovel. Get up.
He starts applying pressure, but it's just coming through his fingers. Vox.
I'm going to attempt to help him out.
Oh, that's why you said, does it kill me? I was just counting the 7 from the history roll.
Oh, well.
Do I just do medicine?
Yep. I haven't changed how medicine checks work. Unfortunately, that doesn't rouse him, but you do stabilize him. As you start to staunch the bleeding, you're applying pressure. Delia, are you gonna try anything?
I don't know if I could do any better than that.
Okay. I just wanted to, yeah. Tadias, you don't need to do anything. Hum. Oh wait, we're out of initiative, because Tadias is stable. Alrighty.
Hum says, "Stand back, you fools!" And she casts Cure Wounds on him. And rolls a 22.
hear a voice as Tadias, as you're gaining yourself and you start standing up, you hear a voice come from the monolith. Interlopers! And you see appearing as like a face with two eyes that are these evil green gems and a mouth that is glowing, just sort of appears out of the shifting monolith and just is staring at you angrily. But nothing happens as you just see this guy just peering through the portal. And Suni's just sounds the alarm in Zachriel's psyche. If you're going to do something, do it now.
Zachriel, well, sure. No.
I was going to push forward Iron Fang towards Zachriel as he's on the ground.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'm gonna pick up Iron Fang.
Okay. It hurts a little bit, but you can hold it.
I'll put my shield on my back and I'll hold Suni in one hand and Iron Fang in the other. And I'll transform. I mean... I guess... I'll attempt to try to approach the portal.
You feel no resistance.
I don't know if there's any resistance or anything, but...
You feel no resistance as you approach the portal. This monolith of stone.
Do I need to walk up the stairs, or...?
Oh, you need to get within range to hit it.
Yeah, I'll walk up around. There's...
Lucy follows him just to
hey!
protect him.
Giant rock asshole.
Oh.
Suni says hello, and I throw the fucking Iron Fang through the portal.
It slams into the monolith, and
by hello, I mean fuck you.
Next, please. There you go. It slams into the monolith, and the face disappears, and the monolith of stone, the portal to the elemental plane of earth through which Ogumok might have been able to traverse, starts to implode on itself in this grinding display as it casts off chips of stone and shards of crystal all over the place. And it turns into just this mound of crunched rock. And the walls of mud come tumbling down into just these piles. And then the ground starts to rumble. And rocks from the ceiling start to fall. What do you do?
I punch Lucy.
Ah!
I feel like Lucy starts trying to get Zachriel on her back so she can run faster out.
Yeah, probably. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm pretty discombobulated, but I start following them.
Heading toward the exit.
I'm pushing Zachriel. I'm pushing Tadias from the back, trying to get him to move faster. Have you ever seen Mulan when she's yelling, faster, 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 faster?
Yes, I do.
That's what she's doing right now.
Cobble to him, but he's moving his...
You can hear Rook's voice over the din. Come on! Move your own tokens.
Okay. Are we in initiative still, or?
No. But if you don't start moving soon, I'm gonna call initiative as you start slogging your way over the rough terrain and the mud walls and the mud pits, and you start making your way back. And despite some slipping here and there and some stumbling, you all manage to make your way out. And then you hear a great crash as the whole cave seems to just collapse in on itself.
Oh. That's a good thing we got out of there.
Yeah.
And by the way, Iron Fang turned to rust and disintegrated. I didn't mention that detail.
Yeah.
So, did it work?
Yes. I don't think we'll be seeing or hearing from Orgrimmar for a while.
Are you okay, Tadias?
Just dealing with my weakness. I'll be fine.
Someone get that man a drink.
Do you think you want to hit that small little cubby I found and take a breather? Real breather?
A real rest would be really nice right now.
Agreed.
Sure. How do we get to it?
He stands near this wall and he reaches his hand out. Just follow me.
What?
Follow me.
Can't walk through one.
Following.
Hum just follows.
He takes Hum's hand and he starts pulling her into the stone with him.
She grabs Delia's hand.
Are we doing this like kindergarten style?
Everyone hold the rope.
It's a real surreal experience as you feel the rock just sort of move away from you. You can feel you can feel the coldness of the stone and the rough texture, but you're still moving through it like it's water or some kind of fluid. And eventually you make it into this cubby, which actually has what looks like a few hairline cracks at the top. And the air in here feels and smells oddly fresh. So it seems like it has a little bit of ventilation. There's enough room in here for maybe about 5 cubic feet larger than one of Delia's tiny huts. So it's a little cramped with Lucy in here with you, but it's not uncomfortable.
This is quaint.
She lays down, just like she just sploots. And Hum lays up on one of her legs.
Lucy licks the top of Hum's head with her weird coarse tongue.
You did a good job.
So feel free to resolve a short rest if you like. And it's not in the middle of the session, but if you guys need to take a pee-pee. While you are all resting in this little cubby, Rook says, I'm gonna do a little bit more scouting. You all look pretty messed up, and I want to see if we can avoid running into anything. And he starts to fall into the floor, but then he comes back up and he says, "Oh, and if you don't see me in the time enough where you think I might not come back, I think Lucy can just bury you out of here." Right,
Please
Lucy?
don't do anything foolish.
Lucy goes, "Mah!"
And then he under the floor. And some time passes over your over your short rest as you regain some stuff, bind wounds, and as you're all starting to feel a little bit more chipper, Rook comes back up and he says, "Okay, well, there are no more of those cultist guys in here, for sure. But, yeah, so, that gorge with the bridge."
Back.
So Rook is telling you guys about stuff he scouted. That's just for Nix's benefit. He says, there's a bunch of, the common parlance for them is hooked horrors. These creatures that have large hooks for hands, and they all seem very hungry, so we might want to steer clear of that. Also, the bridge is out.
Oh.
Well,
But
Well, there has to be another way out of here. How did they get it?
there is another way out of here. We just have to go a different direction.
Okay.
There's a. I'll let you know we're on the right direction. It's not too complicated.
Okay. Could you lead us in a path that leads to the left turn?
He cocks his head.
I
I'm
just point at today.
I'm done. I'm
You're
done
done?
with today. He's going to reach down. He's going to cut a little piece of his cloak, but he's going to blindfold himself. Just take me.
Say so.
Okay.
let's put him on the back of Lucy. It'll be the easiest way. We'll blindfold him.
So, Brooke eventually leads you all back out. And, okay. This way. Let's...
Is there any danger other than the hooked horror thingies?
They're these weird one-eyed creatures, but they were flinching away from me when I showed my face, so I assume that they won't be a threat.
Oh, there's a black wall here.
Oh, it's not a black wall, it's a curve. Hold on.
Seems to be a void here.
It's just another, tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he reveals himself as the enemy the whole time.
I am Tarzal.
I am Ogre. Oh, yeah, I bet Chunzol's probably pissed right about now.
Who cares?
Oh,
So,
I would like to be able to kill him once for all.
Yep, there they are. Yep, cowering. And you see, these creatures. They're just in the corner and they're, like, looking fearful at you.
Oh, they're so, no, you can't keep them.
I didn't even ask.
Yep, well,
Jeez.
Rook points that way and he says, "That's back to the pens with the bullets."
oh, yes. But you already checked there and the bullets were gone, right?
No, they're still there.
I'm going to be very disappointed that they can't have Lucy.
I mean,
Well, he's already said it, so do you want to go free those? Do you want to take the rest of them? Or
they were not really, they weren't really restrained in any way. They just were reacting negatively to Lucy. Ambivalent. Lukewarm.
Well,
we don't really know a whole lot about bullets, so that could be commonplace.
I think we just stick with Lucy. One of these things is enough.
And also, I need to read the flavor text of this room. Stone slabs line the walls of this cave. Weapons, pieces of armor, various tools cover the slabs. In the middle of the chamber, steam rises from a well of boiling mud.
They either, like, watch us?
They're watching you, but they're not, like, moving to attack.
Okay.
They're, like, keeping to themselves and just trying to defend themselves. This way, says Rook as he points in that direction.
Do they move to follow us as we...
You keep an eye on them and they just kind of watch you as you go. That's another slope. A slope
to the
upward.
right or to the left? Yeah.
He pointed to the he pointed in this direction. Changing the lighting. So I think this is where the mud river ends. Underneath the mud pit here, there was some place I couldn't access, so I think we should steer clear of that. If it's not of this plane.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. Although, couldn't it be a connection to a different plane?
It could be, but, I mean, do you want to chance it?
No, I don't think.
That way, points this way, leads to the gorge with all those hooked horrors, so I don't think we really want to go that way.
Alright. Guess we just jump across here.
Brooke just walks around the side.
Alright, I'm gonna jump across.
It is easily navigatable. It doesn't really matter which way we go from here, they lead in the same direction.
Well,
Your way.
I trust your guidance. Pick a side.
I do love how he's going left.
There's Ted eyes. You know.
That way just loops back around where we came from in a different direction.
Okay.
I got some eerie vibes when I was scouting that place out, so that's why I didn't go that way. It's like something was watching me, but I couldn't see anything.
I just take a cursory glance in the room.
Roll perception check.
My night.
You don't see anything.
No. Okay, so this way you said?
No. That way leads back to where we came from, and the room that that was that way, there's another chamber that way, but it gave me weird vibes.
Oh, okay. Go this way.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about this room giving you weird vibes.
Vox, roll perception check. You look up and you see on the ceiling is what looks like what would be a stalagmite. Tight. Thank you.
Tight to the ceiling.
But you can see tendrils coming off of it.
No!
I let the others know. I point up. Shh.
So don't yell no.
And it's like around here. The ceiling is
Where?
about 30 feet up. Here, I painted
How
here.
big is it?
It's about a large size stalactite coming from the ceiling.
Rock,
Yeah.
what the hell is that?
What's what? Oh wait, he would have had that translated to him. Okay. Stalactite with arms. Something we don't want to really deal with. I mean, I think you could probably deal with it, but I don't want to deal with it.
What way do we go?
You know what? Everybody join hands over here. And he starts to lead everyone. All. It is a tight fit for Lucy as she's squeezing through here. stop it. This way, this way. And that zone should be just around the corner.
Oh, we had to go right. God, did I?
Don't say it out loud.
Alright, and at this point it is trivial to leave the node. So I assume you make your way out.
We make our way out.
You make your way out. Can you guys spend about 5 minutes? Just 5 more minutes.
Absolutely. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. You guys head out of the elemental node of Earth, successfully closing that portal back up into the Fane of the Eye, and where Karg and Maul are awaiting you. And come on, shift ping. There we go. Hey, you're back! Wow! We thought you were gonna die for sure. Yeah, we did. Which means we can't have Puppy.
Oh, well, Puppy wants to cuddle you at least.
Can we pet? Yes. And he walks over and like they both start like petting Lucy, and Lucy's just absolutely all over it.
Oh, Kargan Mall, there are babies inside. Like a whole bunch of them. You should go find them and get a baby.
They both look at each other, and then they both start scrambling for the cave. And Karg like gets a ways in, and then he's like, I'm stuck. Maul, help! And Maul's like, I'll push you through. Maul's stuck. And they start like shaking themselves, trying to inch their way through. And you see that they actually do start making progress as they start going through this tunnel.
So that's
Okay, we can go now.
And you swiftly well, actually, yeah, which way do you go?
there's no tunnel here, is there?
No, it's just like a fissure, a small fissure.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can make our way out.
Yeah. So which way do you go, though? Because there are many entrances and exits. Do you just go back to the stairs here?
We go to what we know.
Okay, you go to what you know. There's still that dead body of the Black Earth Guard and the Light Eaters.
Well, we know there's a safe room there.
It's true. There's also the way out of the Fane here.
All right, what's our plan? Do we leave or do we try and... This thing is connected, right? We could go to the next and
You want to go to the next node now?
oh, rather rest.
Well,
We need a long rest.
You also think we left the other weapon with Benwick.
Oh, right. Right, we have to go get Windsong.
Windvane.
Windvane. That's the one.
So
Thank you, God.
So you guys make your way out of the Fane. It's eerily quiet in here as you guys make your way back up to the Earth Cult lair, which is now just more Ankeg land, although they seem to totally ignore you as you make your way past them. And you get back to that junction next to the Earth Cult lair, the defunct Earth Cult lair, and you get there and your carts are gone.
Did you forget to put the barking brake on?
What's parking brake? What do you mean?
I'm only kidding.
And continue next week, and I'm gonna bug you guys over the next week about what your next move will be.
Exactly. Where's your card, dude? Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Dude, where's my Earth cart?